like that. There's a thong.
Yep.
Um,
My problem with that poster is that it is not accurate to the movies bikini wardrobe. And
yeah,
how
yeah,
dare they?
that's a fair criticism
Hmm.
because I mean the the butts and the bikinis do play a major
Yeah,
part
man,
in this
they're a
film.
big
Like
part of the movie.
it's not something it's not something irrelevant. It's actually one of the key
It's
aspects of
one of
this
the
film
key parts of the film. And if
is
you're
that
gonna
they're running
show
around in
if you're gonna show a thong bikini in the poster, you should be man enough or director enough to put it in the movie. Don't sell me on
absolutely.
this smut and then not go all the way with the smut.
No, no, no. That is blatant false advertising.
Because I isn't there's only one actual bit of nudity in the movie that I remember, and that's at the beginning with the woman on the
I'm
videotape. I don't think
I'm
any
trying
of
I'm
the
trying
other
to remember because
people
there
show
is
any,
sexy times. There is sexy times in the bed
but it's so
later.
chaotic and cut that I'm pretty sure you don't
I
see any of
forget if
them nude.
I forget if there might be a couple instances of more nudity. I could be wrong, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But not a lot though, because yeah, this was clearly like not. I do sort of subscribe to the theory that this might have been intended as like a softcore film, but he's like, if I just trim like 10 seconds of nudie bits, I
But
can
it's weird
just
because there's
sell it as a horror
really
movie.
you say that, but there's really not a lot of like there's only one bit of there's one girl who has sex with, or at least it seems like she has sex with two people. It's very hard to tell if that actually happens or not.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, there's really none of those people are actually doing
No,
sexy times except
that's
for
not true. There's the woman of loose virtue who, yeah, does have sex with multiple people at the party. I believe. Again, we're gonna have to rewatch this to know if I'm getting this right. But then there is the couple in the car that do appear to be ready to get down on more than one occasion.
yeah, right. When they run
Yeah,
into the old people who mysteriously disappear, who
and
who we find out is the parents, I guess.
yeah, so
That's what that
exactly.
one podcast said, and I was like, I didn't even remember there being old
I
people.
believe so.
So fast.
When they open the doors at the end, I think it is them. Are we just spoiling it up front?
Oh, we're already recording. I did a bit again. I did
Yeah,
the bit. I did the
hey,
bit.
spoilers for Almost Invisible. We just
A
gave
movie that
away.
came out in 2010. So I'm not.
Right. But any newbies are like, well, we're already in it. We ain't even hit play. We already know the ending. But yeah,
Not all the
yeah, and then on
ending.
top
There
of that,
isn't. There's.
sexy times with the ghost or being afraid of it and having to overcome that fear is like the key story thread of this movie.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I don't know if there's a key theme to this movie. I think being saying key theme is too generous.
Well, since we're already recording, so why don't we jump into it?
Yep, we're
What's
gonna jump right in. In case you guys don't already know, this is gonna be a commentary for the movie Once Human. Not Once Human. That's a video
what's
game.
human?
Actually a good video game. Almost Invisible. They have the same kind of genericy to their title. I think that's why I accidentally
Yeah,
said
yeah,
Once
yeah, yeah,
Human,
yeah.
Almost Invisible. But yeah, this is gonna be a commentary for Almost
Indigo
Invisible.
prophecy.
Yeah, Indigo Prophecy.
Beyond Two Souls.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep. All of those video game. I would argue that. Well, we'll get into it, but I'm gonna tell you right now. This might be the worst movie of all times. Not a not fascinating movie, but definitely
Yeah.
like the worst movie of all time. I can really subscribe to that. It's kind of it's fascinating to watch for the.
What are some contenders that like it dethroned for you? Do you
Well, you know,
like?
you know
Mhm.
I hate Batman v Superman with a burning
Yeah, that
passion
was
of
that
rivals a
that that
thousand suns.
That one might still be my least favorite movie. I gotta
Yeah,
say,
that
like,
might still be my least as
I don't think this one does not make me mad. This one actually gave me a lot of joy.
yeah.
So I think, like, by that rubric, it can't be the worst movie I've ever seen.
But if we're
Uh,
talking like the more artistic or analytical, oh, let's analyze what a movie is and like those big talks about what art is and stuff. I would say that this is probably the worst on that regard because it doesn't make any sense. It's not shot
yeah,
well, it's not written well, it's not
no, no.
directed well.
I will. My only defense of it will be I do think the editing is something I've never seen before. So I think I don't know if I would say it's well done, but it does.
Originality
Yeah, yeah.
is something, and like at the very, but like I don't know because it also I you say the editing is like nothing you've ever seen before, but I still subscribe to the fact that somebody that whoever was in the editing booth watched way too much Real World, and that was what the
Oh yeah,
inspiration
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Like
No, no.
there is a lot of like oh all that it's missing is the young adults doing a voiceover about how life is hard and they're in the real
Mm,
world.
no, no, listeners, you are going to see that this is one of the most MTV movies that did not appear on MTV. It is like a mix of Real World and Jackass and like music video filters from around the time, even though it's 2010, so like that ship had kind of sailed
Yep,
at that point,
it's
I
not even
feel.
early 2000s at that point.
Yeah, yeah, but I guess it's kind of a Napoleon Dynamite situation where like culture maybe in the rural areas it takes a few years for it to
Oh,
to catch up. So it was still stuck in '04 maybe. Or maybe this movie was shot in 2004 and just not released
who
until
knows? It's all
2010.
lost to time. Nobody has ever
I think
done.
that's very possible.
Did you watch the what was that podcast was called? No such thing as a bad movie. I want to say. I'll have
Yes,
to.
after I became aware of this movie, I went at Googling and found a highly recommended podcast, No Such Thing as a Bad Movie, that did a very good episode on this. I think
Yes.
we're gonna clock them though, because they talked about it for a relatively short amount of time, whereas we're gonna
Oh, they
have
could not
to.
get out of there fast enough, which is understandable
Yeah,
because the movie is literally going to melt your brain cells as you
we're
watch it.
actually gonna kind of be some of the first scholars of this movie, because it's getting like a little bit of a following. I first became aware of it through the social medias. I tend to just like follow film people and film related, like reviewers and Twitter people, and this kind of bumped into my line of sight, and I became very fascinated by it.
And
So,
in
but
all
it's
honesty, it is fascinating. That is one thing. It's both fascinating and kind of torturous at the same time. You
yeah,
definitely feel it by the end, which is kind of funny because it's only an hour and 35 minutes.
yeah, it's a very short movie, but no, I agree. Like the what the hell am I watching doesn't really sustain it through to the end.
Yep.
But this was nice to discover because in my youth I was a big fan of like the so bad it's good kind of stuff. Like I
Mm-hmm.
watched Mystery Science Theater 3000 a lot, and I was way into The Room when that was hitting it big. I went and saw that live with Tommy Wiseau himself in attendance, and yelled at the screen and all that. Um, and then I kind of as I've grown older and maybe a little gentler, I don't like being as snarky. Uh, I've kind of like put that side of myself behind, but seeing this was a real blast from the past because I do think ever since that era of The Room and Birdemic and those kinds of movies, I think this is probably the closest like contender to the throne I've ever seen.
Well, it's funny because you
Um,
know me. I love a found footage movie. They
yeah,
can be
and you
good.
love a cheapo 2B horror movie.
Yeah, they can be good. They can be bad. I have literally watched YouTube found footage movies, and just if they're found footage, I tend to go in all in on them. I've probably seen most of them by now, even though it's been a while since I've gone
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
into that
Listeners
rabbit
at
hole
home,
again.
Tanner is a legit scholar of found footage
Yeah,
horror movies. He has
I
seen like some of the
legitimately.
bottom of the barrel. and will always give me these like insane recommendations. There's one I still need to watch that you told me about recently. That Howard's Mill, is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, the one where they,
Yeah.
yeah, where it becomes a sci-fi horror. And
Ooh.
it's really, and it's documentary style. It's like Lake Mungo, which if you haven't seen Lake Mungo, listeners at home, it is probably one of the best horror mockumentary. Well, if we're just counting horror mockumentary, it's definitely the best horror mockumentary movie you'll ever see. But it's also just a dang good horror
Yeah,
movie.
like Mungo is an all-timer. Grave Encounters, which you turned me on
Oh yeah.
to. Uh, and funny enough, Lake Mungo 2009 and this 2010. So really, like it was a banner year for horror.
See again, and like I like legitimately, there are found footage movies on YouTube that look better than this. That's
That
the
are
kind of
better.
that are better shot, better written, and better directed
I
than
watch I watch a
than this.
YouTube show where a guy, it's not found footage, it's like fake crocodile hunter stuff where a guy just lets bugs sting him and he just rolls around screaming after he gets stung. And it is like extremely professionally, like it looks like a legit Animal Planet show, but it's just this guy's YouTube channel. So like even that is more professional than
Yeah,
this motion
I would recommend something like Marble Hornets over this. This is how bottom of the barrel we're scraping. And
Oh yeah.
Hornets was a really young. I guarantee you, kids probably don't even know nowadays about like the
Oh,
days
the
of.
Slender Man's over.
Well, not even not the Slender Man of it all. The idea of using YouTube as a way to like make a virtual reality kind of performance. Because remember, for a while in the early in this era, people were making stuff like Marble Hornets, and they were like really buying in on the audience participation angle, and like really trying to sell you that it was real, and like making forums and chat rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole crazy fad that I don't think
Yeah, I
you
feel
even
like
really
Pets
do
Cop
anymore.
fell into that. And oh, what was that one about the guy looking for treasure and he was like found footage style, like, recording his search for it on the Google Maps and all that.
Oh, I don't
But then
remember.
like
I
then like
know.
the reveal at the end is that the mysterious X marks the spot Google Maps like person he's interacting with is like leaves one last comment that's like, oh, I'm lonely and I just want a friend, and if it goes south, I think I'm gonna kill the guy, and it's like, oh, this wasn't actually a treasure, this was just some weirdo
Yep.
like luring you in.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a whole genre of that I feel like has come and quietly passed nowadays. But even that
yeah, I
again,
feel like
I'd still like. I think this movie would have benefited from being found footage. To be totally honest with you, like
uh, maybe
I think it
it
would
would
have
at
at
least,
least added some cohesion to everything.
I guess, but since the plot is I don't know because the script is so centered. We're gonna hit play and get into this, but like the script is so centered about a ghost that wants to make out with someone. I feel like found footage would not fit that because like you're not holding a camera while you're making out in the back room of a party.
You just put it on a dresser. Maybe the
Yeah, that's
girl
true. He's
wants.
like, all right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
set this down, but then that just makes our hero a creep because he's like
she could be into it. Maybe she's a
He's
modern
all
day
he's
girl. Maybe she wants to
he's
be
he's
friends.
autofocus. He's autofocus with Bob Crane, just recording all his sexual encounters. Um,
My pitch, if you
mhm.
remember, was to lean into the high of this movie and to make it about a dude, kind of like a nameless protag. We go video game, silent nameless protag, who rolls up to the party, the titular party. We'll get into it, and everybody's like, it's that guy, and everybody just keeps referring to him as that guy, and everybody's like, it's the cool that guy. Oh, we're so glad you can make it to our party, that guy. And the movie is shot regularly until somebody goes, that guy, you should take a hit of this, and they give him drugs, and he takes drugs, and the rest of the movie is shot the way this movie is shot, and it's just
It's like, yeah. You should have kept it. We should have been on planet Earth before things get weird. But the movie is weird 5 seconds in.
yep, yeah.
Um,
The
Yeah,
movie
yeah. I
is
also like that pitch. It could also be a Silent Hill sequel, but he instead of wandering into a spooky town, he wanders into a spooky college party. Uh,
so Buffy the Vampire Slayer, basically. Remember when
yes, like Silent.
Ryan and Buffy want to have sex so much and it makes the house go weird?
Yes, where the wild things are. Yeah, yeah. When
Yeah.
then Giles confronts the like weird church lady that abused the kids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good app. Or hell, I mean, two of my favorites: Fear Itself with Anya as the bunny, and then Beer Bad, where Cave Buffy
Yep.
spins around in the chair.
Absolutely.
Yep. Season 4 of Buffy like really got a lot of mileage out of like a college party, but something scary happens.
Yeah. See, this party is barely a college party, and I think that's a shame. It should be more of a college party. We needed more. We needed
Yes.
more college partiness.
Well,
Instead,
as
it's
we're
just
gonna get
mostly
into,
six people hanging around in a house.
as we're gonna get into, they're excited to trash the house. That's like their plan.
Yep.
And that feels way more of like high school shenanigans, which is why I was very confused. I thought these were high schoolers, but they are
Well,
college students.
supposedly it says that they're college people, but I don't remember that. But all right.
Yes, and I guess they're watching some sort of weird like nudity and horror
Oh,
class, which
dude,
seems more
we that
like
is
does
some.
not seem like
I
something you'd be
yeah.
watching in a high school setting. I guess that seems more of like a snooty college course, but we'll find out. I guess.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, but we're gonna figure this. This is like you said. We're gonna be scholars of this movie. By the time this movie is done, we're gonna know more about this movie than anybody else on the internet. We're gonna take notes. We're gonna keep a detailed accounting of what's happening. I'm gonna finally learn more than one person's name. I don't even think I know any of the females' names except for the main girl. There's an April and there's a
Jeopardy.
Darren or a Derek.
I think there's Drew and Devin or
Drew?
Derek. There's two D names. I'm pretty sure. There's Ain,
There is
and then
Jeopardy,
yeah,
which is an insane name for a child.
yeah,
Just so
yeah.
we're clear.
And Ain is somehow worse. I think for a dude. I don't know. I don't dig Ain as a name. That upsets me.
Oh. All
Uh,
right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. In case you haven't realized by now, I am the multiversal archivist. This is a good friend of the channel, David the Zombie. We're gonna be
ahoy, hoy.
watching. We're gonna be watching Almost Invisible, which is a movie you can find on Tubi. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start in three, two, one. Press play.
All right, the
Thunder
thunder is
rumbling.
rumbling. Oh yeah, the subtitles for this movie are wild because
Yes.
they give up at various points and get kind of mean to the movie. They're like, I can't understand this because of poor audio. Like they'll actually say that in the subtitles, and it sounds very passive aggressive to the movie. But anyway, we're getting some strobe lighting.
God, again, this is so MTV already.
Yeah, man, this is
Oh, I will say
backward.
the one thing that this movie has going for it is the soundtrack is not that bad. Now, it is a soundtrack from 2010, which means it's a soundtrack from 2002, but it is a good soundtrack if you still like that kind of music.
If you're into like that kind of grungy alternative rock, like
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, post Creed kind of thing. Do you know who does the soundtrack,
The
Tanner?
director.
Yes, the writer director, who I believe also plays the teacher in the opening scene. I was
Yes.
is what I was told. So
Yes, he
like
does.
that's something.
And
But yeah, yeah,
honestly, he probably. Oh, I was gonna say the reason why I brought up that podcast. They showed a picture of him. Did you see his picture of him on the
I
boat
did,
holding up the
where he's
camera with
posing,
the
where he's
phone?
posing with the sunglasses. Yeah. No, no, he looks. That's something. His profile pic.
I feel like
It
that dude
looks.
probably made this movie, took one look at it, and it was like, yeah, I think music is more my game.
Now let's see if David Allington, I think that's his name, if he's continued his music career.
Why did we go in the fridge?
I don't know, man. Something happens in the fridge later? Is that setting something up? Maybe
Maybe it's
not.
the eggs because remember they try and microwave the eggs and burn them.
Yes. So it might be he takes the eggs out. Also, it's wild that that scene. Oh yeah, yeah. Look, they cut off. It's supposed to be kids these days. They get away with murder, but our copy cuts off the kids line. Um,
So that's our girl right there, right, April?
yeah, that's April, and I think later she mentioned she can't leave the house, but she's
Yeah.
all over the place in the beginning. So this is the part where I was like, "Oh, this looks like TV production. You know, something we
Yeah.
made in TV production." It quickly doesn't. It turns into something much weirder, but this part I'm kind of like, yeah, I
Chad,
remember
I can
these
promise
videos in
you,
high school.
or
Yeah, yeah.
you listeners at home, I can promise you, what we made in TV production looked better than this.
I was watching when I was deleting stuff off my computer to make space, and I came across the raw footage of a short we shot in high school, which was the I was the shirtless detective
Oh yeah, I
who
remember the
was
shirtless
solving
detective.
a true crime mystery. Yeah, yeah. So that was a fun blast from the past to be like, oh, here's all our like the MOVs of all our takes from that crazy thing where I we had to shoot across multiple days and I realized that I forgot the shirt from the day before, so there would be continuity errors. So I was like, this character will just have no shirt on, so that we don't have to worry about that. That was my solution. But yeah, now we're in the film within a film, which ends up
Which had a
doing nothing
crazy like
except
weird
just
editing
adds.
effect to it because because it was clearly a TV, but it wasn't actually playing the video. So they did
Yeah,
that thing
they
where they
they
put the video inside of the TV using CGI, and you could tell
yeah they like superimposed
immediately.
it over the screen. Yeah, and now
No,
we're in it.
I showed the boy Inconvenient Time Machine a couple of weeks ago, and he had a
Ah,
blast watching it.
it was well received. He
Yeah, it was
was
well
like,
received.
I'm glad to hear it. If you Google "inconvenient time machine," you'll get to see us in high school making a movie about. We work for a robot boss, and he wants a time machine made,
There was a
and
robot
we.
president.
That's right. That's right. The president is a robot. This is all coming back to me.
I'm pretty sure this is the only nudity that's in the actual movie.
Well, I'll be keeping a very close eye on the
Also,
counter.
is this to imply the girl doesn't these glasses to see anything?
Yeah, she's helpless without the glasses, like the Scooby Doo. Go horsey go. Now, is it the
God,
killer that's saying that?
this is so the music is just elevator music.
Yeah. Man, they're so bored.
Look how like none of these girls are in shot.
Yeah, yeah, they're all cut off by the frame.
Yep.
Now, to be fair, they cut off kids these days, they get away with murder. Maybe we're seeing like maybe if I bought the $30 DVD,
You would see the
it would be
actual
yeah,
widescreen format.
the frame would be wider. So
I feel
maybe
like this
that's
is
not
the right way to watch this movie, though. This
that might
dude,
not be the movie's fault. This dude playing with his
his nipple.
nipple in class. This is where a teacher has to be like, "Hey man, can you just quit doing
Well,
that?"
they're college kids. How much hey man can you be?
I think if you're taking your shirt off and rubbing your nipples in class, the teacher is well within his right to, either tell you to knock it off, send you out, the whole kit and caboodle.
I like how we play the dark and foreboding music for what's probably just a a a prank.
Yes, the tack thing, which was also weird because I'm not quite sure how the tack got from between that lady's legs to this
There
dude.
was a shot of her putting it down. You gotta be
Okay,
you gotta
okay.
pay attention. We're gonna be scholars.
Sorry, sorry. There's a cut every 5 seconds. There's the director, our boy. And Monday is going to be a class on sex between women. So is it a movie course like sexuality in film, or is it just like he just shows them nudie nudie shorts and we just talk about sex? I don't know.
Maybe. Does this guy
Toph-
is this guy the
Topher
guy who
Grace.
sleeps on on the couch the entire time?
I think that's Topher Grace. Yeah, Ain, who sleeps on the couch there. And at the end, like they wake him up and he's like, "Oh, I was just leaving, man." Like tries to stumble
Okay,
away.
so there's a Devon.
All right, Devin.
There might or might not be a Nicole.
Yeah, I think Nicole, like, I think they were isn't here. They were planning to go to Nicole's party, but I think they end up going to April's. Is the they wanted to fuck shit up in the house.
The
Oh,
falling off. The
that
background.
sign is about to fall off. Oh, find a place to harvest our children, raise our
Raise our
crops.
crops.
See, okay, I think she's talking about something different and then changes the subject to the party. I think she is actually just wants to live like an Amish life, and then it's like, by the way,
None of their
when are we having our
dialogue
party?
makes any sense for 90% of the movie.
No line follows a previous line.
Maybe
It's quite
95%. There may be
quite
two
beguiling.
coherent conversations.
Mhm. Oh, and she's dressed like like
Why
the
is she
third
dressed
Doctor
like
Who.
why is she dressed like Marilyn
John,
Manson?
well, yeah, I mean she's a goth, but
Yeah, but I mean
the
that's a yeah,
but the cloak looks like she's going to the opera.
yeah.
Like, all
Okay,
right, so
Devin.
that's Devin is the scruffy fella who kind of looks like Veronica Mars's first boyfriend before Logan, the boring one.
Why was why was the credit card? I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, I also did not remember the butt swiping credit card. This one guy's got a marijuana leaf on his shirt. This dude on the left looks like uh, Barry Pepper, but also kind of like the Green Power Ranger, but also like Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. Oh, the farting. I did not figure out the farting last time. And was it our hero Drew who farts?
I think it
Or
was our
someone
hero
else?
Drew who farted and then offered it up and said it was a cupcake.
Oh, we're on
Okay, we
break.
got
That's
our
good.
first
'Cause I need
ad
to watch
break. So
that.
everybody,
Yeah.
gather your
So
thoughts, check your
okay,
notes.
so yeah. Everyone set your notebook down. We're gonna kind of recap what we just saw. Um, so I think my new theory
Oh wait,
is
there's
that
only one quick.
Drew.
Nope, we're already out of the commercial.
All right. My theory now that I'm rewatching this and sort of more attuned to the farting, maybe that's why Drew was nervous about making out with April and chickened out is because his flatulence like has sort of made him
Oh, he's
shy
gonna be.
around
You
women.
think he has irritable bowel syndrome?
Something like that. Yeah, clearly, like J.K. Simmons in The Lady Killers, and that makes him shy around ladies. I'm also getting an ad for Little Caesars, which, as we know, no big fan.
Little Caesars is the worst. Are you back in the movie? Are you in the movie? Or are you getting ads?
I'm still getting ads.
Oh, I'm the movie. I only had one ad, so hang on. Now we're gonna have to
Maybe you're a
coordinate.
premium Tubi member, because yeah, I'm watching a guy shop for like kale.
All right, tell me when you
Um,
get to 10:01, and I will.
all right, we'll hit play. So bear with us. We're scholars, but not enough to buy the DVD, so we are watching this with ads.
No, I would not. Never in a million years would I pay $30 for this.
Well, it's both available on its own for $30 and as part of a pack of like seven other low budget horror movies. And that one
that
I would buy that one.
one I would buy.
A little more bang for your buck.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm still on the ads. There's a puppy now, and like it's for something called Chewy, which just makes me think of the blue Chewy, but I don't think that's what it is.
or Chewie the Wookie.
That's true. Watching a scary poster. Some ad for Megadeth? I have no idea.
Megadeth. Is that a video
Yeah,
game or is
Neon
that a?
Abyss. That's the band.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's for Conrad Hotels and Resorts. I have no idea why they were showing like scary like heavy metal posters that were freaking a kid
Maybe
out.
they.
Okay, so I'm back
All
and
right.
I'm at 9:20.
All right.
So
Just keep playing, and I'll once we hit 10:01, just tell me to
yeah,
stop.
so they're arriving at the spooky house and the CGI clouds are going over it. That's what's crazy about this movie is that the end credits have like multiple VFX houses and there were caterers. So like this wasn't just like, oh, my five friends and I are making a movie.
Yeah, it's not like an Adam
They
Sandler production where they just go and do fun things in a vacation setting for
Yeah, yeah, but no, it is an Adam Sandler because it's actually like it's got a full crew. Like it's all right. So 5, 4, 3,
Two,
2,
one.
play.
Did he have a last name?
Yeah, I'm on that. And then
Okay.
these girls are like J horror walking to the house like the Grudge ghost.
Also, why wouldn't you just walk up the front to the front door? These people have a front door. We see it later, and they have a regular walkway. So why are they
I think
skulking around the back?
I think this is to show that the rules of reality are already bending as they're getting to the house because for some reason they're having a lot of trouble just getting to the door because of all the cuts, the fast edits.
Maybe
And
that
this
was
lady's
what that flash and that like bright light is them entering the realm.
this lady's moved to tears by whatever's going on. All right, Jeopardy. God, shut up already, Ain.
All right, so we got
And
Devin, we got Ain, we got Jeopardy, and we have April.
April. Maybe a Nicole, but I don't think so.
Can you, if you had to put these people in front of a lineup, would you be able to tell you to say what all of them were?
Devin is Veronica Mars's boyfriend. Ain is the skinny one, who's a real wacky guy. Jeopardy, no idea. Um,
What is also with the box of beer? Like it's not even like a 6 pack or a keg, or it's just a random box of beer.
yeah,
Like you get it
you
from
know,
you get that box from Home Depot.
he probably like the beer was already in his fridge, so he's like, well, might as well use this Home Depot box to load it up. I already took it out of the crate or whatever.
Oh,
Classic rock.
that 3 year thing will come into play later. Every CD is from 3 years ago.
Oh, because she died 3 years ago, so her music,
Yes.
which is kind of wacky. I mean, would you, if you were in someone's house, would you be like, wait, these CDs are from 2021, not 2024? Something clearly is going on here. Like, would that matter?
It's also hard to imagine the parents would have just kept all the DVDs out for 3 years.
Hey, man, they're going through a rough time. This guy's drawing on himself. They're sword fighting, like lightsaber fights with the
But
poker. The fridge. Okay, so the fridge shows up twice so far.
maybe they just left the camera in the fridge and later remembered that the camera was like they shot that scene first and they were like, well, now we got to explain why there's a POV shot in the fridge, so we're gonna have to shoot another scene where you put a camera in the fridge.
I guess, yeah, but I feel like
Oh, they're
something
glowing.
there happens again.
Yeah,
And there's our boy.
that must
With
be
the
the
fridge again.
first coherent line of the film.
Yes, loud farting again. See, it's a thing. He's self-conscious about his
What is
farting.
he keep farting? And then he doesn't say anything about it.
I had a nickname in high school once, Skunk.
Maybe you should call.
Oh, because of the gray hair.
God, that is the weirdest flirting I've ever heard. They call me skunk. I thought you just ran out of dye.
Yeah, well,
Somebody
he's the
thought
one.
that that was hot stuff.
Well, he's a very naive boy who farts a lot, I guess, is what we're learning, which, relatable character. Um, and there's a dead rat.
No idea where
Is
that
that
came from.
in the movie, is that a fake prank rat, or is he just like, wow, you got a lot of dead rats around here? Felt like shoving it in her face.
Maybe that's a byproduct of being a ghost in this world. You get dead rats that follow
Mhm.
you around.
Oh, why would you like be spitting all the water out? Yeah, I don't know. Like, don't be drinking the jacuzzi water that all your friends are hanging out in.
Oh
Just
yeah, the
gargling,
slow mo
gargling.
walking up.
Yeah, Michael Bay directing this movie all of a sudden. Well, April like looks like the end of Batman Returns, Michelle Catwoman,
I
like
was thinking she kind
hanging
of looked
out
like
on
Birds of Prey. That picture, that poster of
yes for the
Helena Huntress.
yeah for the hit WB show Birds of Prey,
Yep.
where Mark Hamill voices the Joker, and they just have a dude like dressed up as the Joker, and they dub him with Mark Hamill. It's
Oh,
very weird.
really? I never got that
Yeah,
far.
yeah. The
Does
Joker
Batman
shows up
ever
in a
come back in
scene.
any real way or no?
I forget, but there is a flashback of the Joker paralyzing Barbara Gordon. And yeah,
Gotcha.
in that scene, it's just like an extra with the Joker makeup and the purple suit. But when he talks, they dub him over with Mark Hamill. So Mark Hamill, I guess, technically plays the Joker on that show.
Why is she so concerned about answering the phone
Yeah,
when
it's not her
it's
house,
not her house?
or is it the cell phone? No, 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 no.
No, it's a phone. It's a house phone.
She picks up another person's phone. That's a little rude, I gotta say. If you're having me over at your house, the phone rings.
I'm
I
not
will
picking
not
that shit
reach past you
up.
and be like, "Hello, this is Tanner's house. Can I help you?" Just shoving each other. Oh, this is the joke about how April's got a moo that they figure out is not his. It didn't actually happen because it's a popular joke on the internet, and they use a body double.
They couldn't even get her to do the line.
No. Yeah, it happened. First of all, April's a goth, and she only wears black.
Yeah, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
And what's I don't even understand the joke. There's no punchline
I think it's just a
except
funny story
I get yeah,
about
I
a
wouldn't
fat
call it.
woman trying to smuggle a ham out of her hoo ha.
I guess that's pretty good.
Oh, I
Um,
don't. I mean,
I'm telling that at work
I like how she's
at
just
the
like
mall.
Golem over there in the background,
Yeah, yeah,
staring
she's
at
just
them. And
lurking like a gargoyle, man. This shot of the house. Oh, money can't impress her because she's dead.
she's a ghost. Oh,
Okay, there's
okay.
some
There's
nudity.
another nudity.
This is see, this would be where they take the drugs in your story.
Yeah,
Things
see, this
start
is where
getting
the drugs happen.
crazy.
Though I don't quite recognize the people that are having sex.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like our heroes,
No,
but
I don't think they were a part of this.
mm-mm. He's
I
afraid of
keep
chicks because
farting
of
every
his.
time I'm in front of them.
Cause, yeah, it's fart. Exactly. You beat me to it. Farting.
Where is this? Where are they at now? Why are we at a construction site?
I guess this is like the they're putting an extension on this house.
They were in the upstairs, and now they might or might not be in a construction house
It could either be a basement or
attic.
the the garage that becomes important later.
And now they're not in a construction house anymore.
No, now they're going into Harry Potter's
Cover.
little Dursley house. Yeah, I've seen these before growing up. From friends had them. It's like the house has extra space, so they're like, let's just make this weird like half closet that you need to like get on all fours to access. It's
Yeah,
very weird.
yeah, no, no, no. I've seen it before too, even though it doesn't make any sense.
No, no, because like I mean, I
So
guess it's just like, well, we don't want that extra space to go to waste if you want to like put Christmas decorations in there or something. But it's always it makes me very nervous that you have to like crawl on your hands and knees to get into it. It's It's no good.
Do you think, like,
Hmm.
do you think the parents come into this area? Like,
I
are
don't
they
know.
aware that there's like this weird like cubby in their house that's still seemingly being inhabited?
Well, I think it's a little bit like Ullman from The Shining, the guy who Jack interviews with at the beginning, where it's kind of implied that he might, be an agent of the hotel.
Right, right.
Like he might kind of know more than he's letting on. So I think
So
like
you think the parents are aware that they have a ghost living with them?
yeah, the parents might also be like agents of this haunted house because they participate in the haunting because they are the car crash victims and then show up again later. So they're clearly under the sway of this evil house because they don't make it clear if it's April or the house that's evil. 'Cause she says something about like it's the house that doesn't let me leave, but it also seems like it's just her, like
Yeah.
as the mastermind of
Well, we know
this.
she can leave because she's in the both the school and in the.
Yes, yes, but she's already making windows open and close because of the sexy times. And there we just learned she's a ghost.
Either that or she just keeps
Drew
disappearing.
drowned out my poor audio. Look at her abs that do a dance. She ain't changing.
So why would she be obsessed with him if she can't leave the house?
I don't
Do you
know. I
think they knew
guess
each other before she died? But nobody acts like they knew her from.
they don't seem to make that very clear. They don't. That doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe it's like that Twilight Zone where the mannequins can like leave the store once a month or whatever. But then they have to return, so maybe like she gets her one ghost day off and just goes to the college. Also, the camera quality got very poor all of
Yeah,
a
did
sudden.
oh did it?
Yep.
Maybe they had to get a temporary camera from like a Radio Shack or something. They just
Yeah,
worked with
yeah,
it.
yeah. I had two cameras growing up, kind of a GoPro type one and like an old like you pull the screen out,
Hmm.
kind of Best Buy camcorder, and I would often shoot with both, and you would see the change in video quality, like in a lot of the shorts I would make. So this is a relatable issue.
Yeah, I had one of those. I had one of the chunky, you know, one of the ones you popped out.
Yep. That's the one I was thinking too. Yeah.
So you think was that a ghost then, or was that the house? Because April's the only ghost, so I
Yeah,
doubt
we
April
don't.
wants to have sex with this dude.
There's not a variety of ghosts as far as we can tell. It's just April. Yeah, because it seems like April is mostly into this Drew gentleman, um,
So if
the
those
farter.
did those two have sex then, or
Which two? The Ain and the lady?
April and Drew?
It doesn't seem like it because I think he chickened out. Uh, or maybe they did off screen, but I don't think this
I
movie.
think it
This
was
movie.
just shirtless making out,
Yeah, but he's just like
and now
you
he's
know.
not interested, even though he has no reason not to be.
Think we don't know what it is, but he has some unresolved issues with women where he is afraid of
Well,
intimacy.
you explained it. It was the fart. It's the farting thing.
Yeah, he's afraid he's gonna fart during coitus, and that'll
Or maybe he's
real
like
embarrassing.
sensing that something is wrong with the house, and that's why he's getting chased now. Why is there a
It could
sword?
be
Why was there a sword?
the way the movie. I don't know why there's swords in that. I mean, you go to a gun show and you buy some samurai swords. That makes sense. Um, See, but the thing is, though, this is like towards the end. It's kind of predicated on like you gotta smooch April, man. It's the only way we'll get out of here. So I think it's his rejection of her that starts the ghostly like
Maybe,
happenings.
but
Like,
ghostly stuff's happening before.
but it was just ramping up. Like,
Okay, you saying that she's what? her anger entices the house.
Like when Danny goes into room 237 and that kind of like makes things go real crazy. Like he'd seen like ghosts before like the twins, but it's only after he breaks the rule that like, the overlook starts really getting evil. And there's she crawling on the roof like Exorcist
Maybe
3.
she's got a. Maybe there's two Aprils. Maybe there's Ghost April, and then there's like dark,
Yeah.
unresolved shit Demon April.
She's astral projecting herself
Yeah, maybe
maybe.
there's like a. Maybe her ghostliness is like split. Maybe there's vengeful April and regular April.
Yeah, and then the beast is like the house.
Yeah,
Uh and they gotta get Anna Taylor Joy. I got me an ad
I got
now.
me an ad too. We'll see if I get more than one or if you get more than
Or
one or
maybe
how
you're
this
on. Maybe
goes.
maybe you got some Tubi Premium that I didn't click on or something.
No,
Because yeah,
maybe they
they're
saw that I was
peeling.
trying to find it online before it was like, okay, I'm out of ads.
Yeah, they maybe because you were looking for it elsewhere, they're like, no, we promise less ads. Just come back to us.
All right,
But
I'm out of ads. Or you out of ads?
no, I that was one of what looks like it's gonna be four because the circle is only a quarter resolved little ad circle.
I think we've cracked the case. I think there's two Aprils. There's House April, which is evil April, and then there's Ghost April, which is just stuck.
Okay, well let's pursue this theory, which I'll call the 2 April theory in
Yeah,
this
the two April
scholarly
theory.
analysis of Almost Invisible. What are you? What time are you on?
I'm at 25:36
All right, cool. When these ads finish, I think this is the last one.
with
I'll make
I
sure.
believe Jeopardy saying that sex is everything.
All right, let's see here. Hit play now. Sex is everything. Now this woman is Jeopardy.
I
The
believe this
the
woman is Jeopardy. She's the only
okay.
one who dies, I think.
Oh, she's the one who knifes herself in the kitchen or
I
something.
think?
Okay. Spoilers again, viewers. This is not for first timers to Almost
No, it
Invisible.
is
You are
not.
gonna, and this is Devin.
I
The fuzzy faced man
Yeah,
is
I
Devin.
believe Devin is fuzzy face, dude.
Okay,
That
and
was some
he's
weird ass
he's
kissing
having a
though.
that was weird kissing. They're repulsed by each other.
Are they both chewing gum too? Why are they like chewing?
Yeah, they are. They got something in there, chewing tobacco, perhaps. They're gonna spit with a ping. And these candles on the wall. Okay, Maria Elena is this lady,
I
according to the
I
title.
nobody is I can almost promise you
No
the
one is
name Maria
identified.
Elena has not been said.
No characters have identified her as such.
Did you
Oh,
see
it's
the
the way like xenomorph, that I don't think that's used in the original Alien, or how in the Star Wars trilogy he's never called Palpatine once, he's just the Emperor. So, you got to use some there's some EU for Almost Invisible that
God,
tells you her
that
name is Maria Elena.
was the most dis none of that made any sense what just happened.
There was sex and they're having a cigarette. It makes sense to me.
No, there was maybe sex. Then she was alone in bed. Then he was laying with his
Back.
head on her stomach.
Yeah. Oh, and this is where we get the glowing red eyes.
Yep.
Whoa. The Suspiria shot, kinda, when the
Yeah.
ghost comes in through the window. When the hairy-handed man, the hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor.
What?
Okay, so she dozed off before they made out.
But it's not the same dude. The dude she was with was Devin. Now she's with Nick. I guess that's to
Yeah,
show
well,
that like the house is fucking with her, but still it's very weird.
Yeah, time has stopped making sense. Reality, like we're shifted into different universes where she was hooking up with Nick instead of Devin, and she's hiding under the covers. Kind of looks like the Grudge, which always bothers me that that ghost gets you under the covers. Like that's not fair.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Yeah, that
The
Grudge ghost
fairies
can.
in Don't Be Afraid of the Dark do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a freaky scene where she's like crawling under the covers and little like fairy goblins come at her.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary scene in that
Damn good movie
motion.
too. Oof.
Pretty good film. No,
Yeah,
no. Both that one and the original '70s version are very
I
spooky.
haven't seen the original '70s version. I should
In
though.
the '70s version, they look more like Garbage Pail Kids, which is kind of freaky too.
Oh,
The
really?
little like troll fairy things, yeah. Whereas yeah, the Del Toro one, they look like little rat critters. I
You
gotta get
just
me
got
some.
some because you were with
I think
Maria Elena or whatever her
no, I
name
think we
is.
slide we slid into the parallel dimension. We entered the Spider Verse here, where
Sure.
he did, this is an alternate reality where Devin, sorry, where yeah, Devin did not get some. Well, first we touched to feel the difference, then we touched to feel the same. Also, okay, that picture stuck with me, the one on the wall there, because it kind of looks like the fourth kind or something. Like it seems to be a photo of someone in the woods getting like alien abducted, like floated up.
I guess she's being oppressed or haunted into killing herself.
And I suppose, or just changing her shirt.
Yeah. Well, she's crying and
Yeah, she's
there's
upset
people whispering in her mind.
because Nick said he just wants a piece.
I'm pretty sure that's in her mind. They're trying the ghost or the house or evil April is trying to convince her to kill herself.
Yeah, play on her low self-esteem, and her eyes just glowed red. So yeah, I think the evil is in there. Oh, there's the wiggly door.
Yep, there's the throbbing door. That's
Yeah,
a
I guess
mental
it's
image
like
you want to have.
we got some rhythmic rock music. Ooh, an evil sink.
Yep, an evil sink. And now a blue evil door.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's a silent film because we're in black and white now. Poor Maria Elena. That actress doesn't seem to be having a great time, so I do kind of feel for her. There's also, I feel so high. I wonder why.
So okay, so our timeline makes a little bit more sense. They come to this party. The house April is slumbering. Ghost April tries to make moves on this guy she's clearly obsessed with. Ghost
Yeah,
April gets rejected. So House
Drew. Yeah,
April kicks in and decides to make them
and
all pay. And
and is cutting herself.
her first victim her
It's like
house. Maybe you're right. Maybe all of these weird effects and transitions are them going to like a different realm of sorts.
I think so because he tried to Frogger jump on her, and she poofed. Which is also this. I mean, I guess he was trying to stop her from cutting herself, which is noble. But like, he was gonna do that by like jumping on her from above, like that. That could get the knife in there deeper
Mm-hmm.
potentially.
Yeah, or out of fear and panic, she could just whip it around.
Yeah, exactly. Could stab him. Now I don't know this gentleman. This guy, I have no idea who he is. Is that Nick?
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy on the right. I feel like I've
Are
only just
some
me.
people are supposed to leave at some point too? That hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because
And
yeah,
she's
that's when
facing a
our my
400
favorite
rating.
characters go off for their own adventure in the car. They're just trying to make her speak Spanish as a parlor
I
trick.
don't know who is this dude with the
That's what I'm
earrings.
saying. The guy with the ear stud or whatever. He's a new man. I've never seen him before. Because I know Ain, I know Devin, I know
Okay,
Drew,
he's going on a beer run.
and Nick. Nick, there's Nick. Maybe that guy's Nick.
So Jamie is going on a beer run.
Yes, and he's gonna take
The blonde
this
girl who
lady.
is the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
other.
My two favorite characters are these guys. I end up kind of rooting for them and their love by the end. Um, and there's his
Did
ripped
you
pants.
see his jeans? I was wondering what they were talking about in that podcast where they kept talking about blown out jeans. I didn't
Yeah, yeah, because
realize this dude's jeans literally.
yeah, I don't know. It's not just like, oh, I got the ripped jeans. Oh, and then he pees everywhere. That
His
pee looks
ass is all
CGI.
the way out. It did look CGI.
I could be wrong, but I don't think he actually peed. Which coward. You should drink, 6 beers or something before the shoot, so you can have a realistic pee on
Mm-hmm.
camera. But but yeah, yeah, yeah. That guy has just huge ripped pants and is just hanging out. Maybe Ghost April did it. I don't know.
Or House April.
Either one, Ghost or House April. Yeah, so it's like Twin Peaks. Because there's Cooper, there's the doppelganger Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
who then gets possessed by Bob, and that's the Cooper that's out in the real world. And then there's Dougie Jones, who is the tulpa that Bad Cooper makes, so he doesn't have to go back into the lodge. Dougie Jones will, go in his place. So I think that's happening, but with April.
I like how in different shots a different one is driving. Like he was driving
Yes.
just a second ago, and then there was a new shot and she was driving.
And now he's just trying to get them killed.
Yeah.
Like, what is he trying to do here?
Where
Just.
is the motorcycle coming from too is the question. Because it keeps doing a motorcycle, but there are no motorcycles.
No, there's like revving up an engine of something we never see. The Immortan Joe there. And now this dude's like, whoa, this apartment's starting to contract some more. Oh yeah, this is where they fuck shit up, but not really. They just drop a table. Again, yeah, they should ruin this house, but they're like, we can't actually ruin this house, so we're just gonna do some mild shenanigans. Like blow up the eggs in the microwave. So in college, I made a short film where I like dropped eggs on the floor and all over myself, and I shot it in a friend's dorm,
Uh
and I got in some hot soup because I did a very bad job of cleaning up after myself. So
huh.
they were none too pleased. Oh wait, she likes Ain. Do they both like
We enjoyed
Ain?
each other's cum. What?
Whoa,
I
this is
think there was
getting.
supposed to be company. Yeah, there we go.
Now,
Company.
Tubi has this listed as TV 14, but if we're enjoying each other's cum, I feel like that should have a harder rating. You should slap that with. Oh, Drew and Devin, the only two boys I besides Zane that I know the names of and who they are. Jamie's the boy
Devin
on the
looks
beer
like
run.
he'd. Devin looks like he'd talk you into an insurance scam.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably would want you to, kill someone for insurance money.
Yeah, he looks like a guy
He
who'd be
also
in a
looks like a
pyramid scam.
villain. He also looks like he would be the villain in a Scream movie. Like he would be the kid who turns out to be the killer.
Oh, absolutely, that 100%. Wait,
Kind
who
of
is
his
this
look.
dude? Oh, that's okay. There's a
Yeah,
big
so these
party at
rich
her
people.
house,
So these are going to turn out to be
and they
the
know
parents.
there's a party at their house.
I think because they're also beings of the house. They're supernatural. Okay, so this is Jamie, and he is not the the earring guy.
No.
I still have no idea who the earring guy is. That's Nick, maybe?
Maybe?
So I guess there's, I'm counting, Drew,
Why would you and
Devin.
how do you leave your um your coat like in a public place like that? I mean, maybe she'll go back and get it, but it seemed kind of like the way that was shot. It made it look like it was like, oh, he's leaving the coat.
Yeah, I guess it was just to show we're supernatural. That's also a haunted hospital, I guess,
Also,
for the
yeah, well, I
shenanigans.
missed that the parents completely disappear.
Hmm. Also, suddenly that these shots are like, yeah, getting kind of ambitious, like the split screens. But anyway, so there's Drew, Devin, Jamie, Nick, and Ain. So I believe there are five boys, and there's Jeopardy, Maria Elena, and I don't know the rest of the
I'm
women.
pretty sure Jeopardy and Maria Elena are the same person.
Oh, that's just her nickname is
I
Jeopardy.
don't know. That was a real.
That's a
That was.
crazy insert.
You know what that reminded me of? A Bill Nye the Science Guy like thing.
It does. No, it's like the consider the following. Make
I
out.
was just waiting
Make
for
out.
Bill Nye to pop up and talk to me about atoms. And
They're trying to make them make out. Well, they're touching each other. They're all on like ecstasy because yeah, you're getting very handsy. I don't know, or so I have read. Um, what do we got here? The smooth rhythmic music.
we've definitely hit that part of the movie where you're just like, I can't believe this is still going.
Yeah, we are at 40 minutes, so we do have quite a bit of time. We still have 55 minutes to go, so strap in that crazy CGI mailbox. Drinking tequila or sexy dances. Yeah, well, what am I supposed to say besides just what I'm seeing on screen? Come on, Drew. You're just tripping. It's okay, none of this is real. Come out here and she'll show him that nothing's real.
And now House April's trying to get Mac on Ghost April's guy.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, see, he's just like I'm afraid of farting, so I don't want to get
Yeah,
too
I don't
close
want
to
to.
him.
My
I think
irritable
that.
bowel syndrome will open up again.
Well, this shot, I have to assume they lifted that lady up to do the feet effect, like someone like two
Two people on
stagehands.
either side.
That was like she's floating with like her hands on her hips, like this crazy pose that she's striking. Oh, thank
what?
you for
What?
that
What was
shot
the
of the
cross?
crotch. Yeah, so they got dressed. They were in the hot tub many minutes ago.
Almost 30
They
minutes ago, probably.
yeah they dressed back up so they could dance in that one shot, and now they're back in their bathing suits.
And again, no thong.
Oh, sorry, yes, and most importantly,
I'm not saying it's the most important thing, but I'm just saying that the poster lies to you. Don't be swayed by
yes.
the poster.
Don't listen. Don't like Memento. Don't believe his lies.
Yep.
The tattoo I'm getting. I'll handle this. The party is over. I like that. Like the what's his name? Drew is just like shaking his head, like, yeah, wow, she's floating. I guess that's something. Like he's not very surprised.
Oh, they're
Oh, now
bugs.
Yeah, the plagues of Egypt start like happening now.
Also, why did they bring in a bunch of pull chairs into the actual living room? Like imagine putting a bunch of like you know what I'm talking about, right? Isn't it weird?
Yeah, they dragged the
Yeah,
lawn furniture into the house for the party so they could relax. This is based on Exodus, I'm pretty sure.
I
This
was
is what
about to
happens
say.
when
I thought you were
when
gonna tell me
Moses.
this was based on a true story. I was gonna say.
Oh yes, that too. I mean, the Bible is the true story, Tanner. Um, yeah. So this is Moses going to the Pharaoh, and then there were ladies in bikinis, as discussed in the Bible. And then,
Sports Illustrated presents the Bible.
exactly. Solo cups were everywhere in ancient Egypt. These disappearing beer cans, kind of cool. It's a very easy trick, but I am always impressed by just match cut to things disappearing.
They? Who is they?
I don't know, man. Yeah, so those flies attacked them, and the men were in the room, but they just decided to leave and come back and be like, "What's going on, guy?" I guess again, the house is playing with time and tricks. So that's Nick, right?
Yes.
Nicole, okay. So Nicole, Maria Elena. There might be a Jeopardy, or that might be Maria
Is
Elena.
that April or is that
That was April on the TV.
who's this girl?
I think that's Nicole.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She sees herself on the television.
TV.
And they're not having fun anymore. But they're still only like mildly disturbed. I think they're on ecstasy or Molly. That would explain why they're not too freaked out by these events. Drew's going through the Doctor Who opening. More of these clouds.
CGI clouds.
This beautiful shot.
What are we looking at? Whoa.
Just all that grain. I mean, this is kind of like a Michael Mann movie. Shot on the digital.
Oh.
Yeah, this dude's got like the shark tooth necklace or whatever. Those were all the rage at Ron John's surf shop or whatever. You
Oh
would buy
God,
those.
Long John Surf Shop. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, man, that's where you'd get those kinds of necklaces.
Yep.
I was not a cool kid, so I never wore any cool necklaces growing up. And when, God damn it, it's not gonna get any better than this.
That's not how that works, you idiot.
Nah, man, he's a lesbian. He's her face booping her nose.
Also, she's really teasing this guy. She thought she didn't want the sex. Now she's trying to turn him on. Isn't that just
Yeah,
like a woman?
Jesus, Tanner, I
I,
disavow anything to do with what you were
I
talking about.
wasn't being serious. I promise.
No, no,
Don't
you were. I've been
cancel
to
me,
your.
internet. Oh, Rob Lowe. Hey,
There's an ad. I'm not getting Rob Lowe. I'm
I
getting
got Rob
football.
Lowe. The floor.
But no, no, folks at home, Tanner is a hateful misogynist. I've been to his meetings. He passes out pamphlets
Oh yeah.
about the serpent in the Garden of Eden.
Yep. That's me.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm seeing camera ads.
Oh, maybe they should have got some Tubi cameras.
Yeah. All right. I'm halfway done with my ads.
All right, I'm at 47.40. I paused it right away
All
because I
right.
figured
I'll
you'd have more
return.
than
I'll
me.
return in a minute. Cell phones, insurance. I don't even get cool ads. I don't even get commercials for.
I usually get a lot of ads for places that I want to eat at that I can't eat at because I live in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere, like Long
you
John
can.
Silver's and
Oh yeah, yeah. Where's your nearest Long John
I
Silver's?
don't even think there's one in Kansas. If there is, it's like hours and hours away. Pretty sure I
Dang,
looked
we
it
gotta.
up once and there was only two, and they were many hours away.
You'll have. That'll be your birthday. All right, 47. Go. Drew is sitting on the steps of
Drew might
this.
or might not be talking to somebody, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, he's a Christian. We now know from
Yep.
that.
I don't think he had that necklace on before that
I
shot.
don't think so either. I don't think he was wearing a cross the whole time. But this does get to my theory that this is all based on Moses and the Pharaoh because of the flies that attacked him. Yeah, again, I'm still not sure who the earring stud guy is. I think that is Nick, but I'm not 100%. Unless Nick is Nicole and that's like her nickname.
Sure,
I don't know.
maybe. But Nick is not a
Oh,
dude, so.
getting hanged by April. Hanged by his own crucifix. Cutting back to them in the car to Haley and Jamie
I think
are
they're trying
the.
to have sex.
I think they're yeah. I think those are my favorite characters.
Yes, they definitely are the it couple.
Yeah, yeah, and the ones who I find lovable when she's booping her nose and he's calling himself a lesbian. I don't know. It's charming. Oh, this is the window.
Do you think that
Darkrai.
was a real glass, or do you think that was CGI?
I think that was real. It's gonna become CGI in a second,
Yeah, I know it becomes CGI.
but I think they actually did smash some prop glass or whatever, which good for them. And yeah, then it turns into the creatures from the abyss, the James Cameron movie.
This is still, and the way they act about it is just bonkers.
You fuck this, you're dead. I guess reality is starting to like take its toll on them because they're acting crazy. All right, we are officially more than halfway done. We are at 50 minutes.
Woo!
Yep, and it's gonna CGI reconstitute.
Oh yeah, like a jigsaw puzzle coming back together.
Even though I think he smashed the glass out, so I don't
Yeah,
know where
I don't know why
why
it's
it's
flying
coming.
in. No, but
Yeah, in from the house, but it's not your fault. Yeah, it is.
you cracked the glass.
You guys were being vandalizing.
Also, why would you not just do that again to get out? Like,
Also,
there was at
animalistic
least three
stuff,
minutes
man.
when you all could have ran out of the house there.
I think they were still freaking out about the gooey life force or whatever.
Call a subcontractor because I don't care. Do you think that was meant to be a diss, or was he actually asking for her to call a subcontractor about the window?
I have no idea. I guess it was a diss, like, "Hey man, if you're mad I broke your window, call a subcontractor." Like he was, which is pretty rude. One, very rude. You know, if you see these guys are fucking up her house.
Why would anybody be showing up? Are they at the house, or are they?
Yeah, they're like, people were gonna meet us in the middle of the woods in a car. I maybe I missed something.
We're scholars. We are taking the piano that the guys at the No Such Thing as a Bad Movie podcast. One of them thought it was the most hilarious part of the whole movie that the
Yeah, where they
piano
find
just
the piano.
appears, and then they call it Stinky.
Yeah, I mean, one of them held her. like, a hand to her face like ew, but I don't think any of them called it stinky. Did I miss it?
I don't know, but we're not going back to look.
At least not in the subtitles. Maybe they did, but I didn't get it because I'm
Well, we know the
reading more than
subtitles
I'm.
on this movie are not always. So look, who's Jeopardy? When it now there's a Jeopardy.
Well, there are three of them, and I don't know the name. I know there's Maria Elena, there's Nicole, and maybe this girl next to Maria Elena. That's Jeopardy, because I can't assign her to anybody. Haven't assigned a name to her.
She must be Jeopardy.
Just
I
by
was
default.
sure that Maria Elena was Jeopardy, but
Possibly. Well, let's see. They're gonna say her name, so we'll see who they're talking to.
who is this dude? Who's this dude? That dude is new. Did you see that dude?
There's just a sixth man now.
You saw him though, right? He's not in any other shot.
No, again, him and Earring Dude are like unknown to me. That might have just been one of the crew. Like he was a gaffer.
But why was he there talking to April?
I don't know. Maybe that's April's
I feel like you
brother.
have to watch this movie like 20 times just to even come close to understanding.
Yeah, which hey man, like that's the mark of great art that you can't it's not one and done. You gotta ponder. It's gonna mean think different things as you get older.
I don't think that the person who did that meant this when he was coming up with that idea.
We'll say he only has this one movie on IMDb, and I kind of want him hopefully he makes a comeback. I would like a second film from him, see
Yeah,
if his
I
style.
need to see this dude do something else.
Maybe he can direct Captain America: New World Order since they're doing more reshoots of that film. So, and Drew's just been hanged for many minutes, and no one's done anything about it.
Nobody's even bothered to pull him down.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
they
wait,
finally
they just
noticed.
found out about him. Okay.
Also, if I see someone hanging from something like that, my instinct would not be to tug on their legs to help them. Like, let's
No. No,
let's get
not
you
at
down,
all.
man, by hanging you further. Uh-oh, that blurry doorknob and the creepy statue. Oh, and now they're back, and she's wearing a trench coat for some reason. Oh wait, was that the coat that the fancy lady had?
I think so.
They just stole her. That they
Maybe.
killed that woman with their car, and then they stole her coat. That's great. What if it's a trick? Yeah, so April's just hanging out with them, and she's kind of playing coy, like, "Hey, man, it's not me, it's the house." So maybe it is
Telling
not
you, two
her.
Aprils.
That's true. This could be
Evil April and
this
House April.
evil April and neutral April.
Yep.
I guess this is neutral April. Just walking past his legs. I think it's a prank, I guess. Why do you want chicks to hate you? These are being mean to this guy who's been hanged. Like, hey man, you're not winning any friends with this behavior. Now he's back in the creepy closet.
I want to say that dude holding the shoes is Devin, but it could very well have been
I
another
think that's
gaffer.
Nick. I don't think that's our fuzzy faced. Fuzzy face is Devin. Earring stud is, I believe, Nick. I'm starting to figure this out. Jamie is outside, and Ain just fell asleep on the couch, so I don't think he's really in the rest of this movie.
No, he wakes up. Remember, he's one of many post-credit scenes or
Oh no, no, no. I mean, I'm
during
saying like
credit scenes.
we don't see him till the end. I don't think Ain interacts with this part. Like, I don't think he's awake
Oh
till
no,
the end of
he's
the movie.
sleeping.
Right? Yeah, yeah,
He's living his best life by napping at a party
just
and basically being an old
yeah, just
man.
took a nap at a stranger's house. Oh, the police are coming because they know I'm watching every almost invisible. I don't know if you caught that
I
some
did. I thought
silence.
that was in the
Yeah.
movie though for a second. I was about to say, was there is a police bit? Is it this early?
Yeah, the cops come and they're like, "You dumb kids" or whatever. Like
they
they just,
Scooby Doo him.
yeah, they
You
don't believe
crazy
them.
kids.
Yep, they're meddling kids.
What? You've never been kicked out of of Victoria's Secret? What a crazy thing to say.
Yep.
What a crazy way to out yourself as a fucking freak. You've never been kicked out of Victoria's Secret.
just just bringing it up on their first date or whatever. I guess are they long term? I guess so because they're talking about marriage. So I feel like they've been an old married couple for a while. Oh, the creepy green April.
That's House April.
All right, House April is the
Is
scary
Green
green
April.
lady. Some nice photos of her with just people, just some. They're just looking in kitchen cupboards.
I
That
wonder
the
what they're looking
solution.
for.
Just a way out. Like maybe in this coffee maker, there's an exit. I think this is spoilers, listeners, where one of them dies, and I want to figure out which one and how because it was very confusing the first time. But I think one of these ladies does not make it through the film.
I did she
Soft
ever say
Wonder.
that? Was that ever actually said? I wonder.
We'd have to play the tape back. Dark slicing as opposed to like regular slicing.
All
Getting
right, so
sizzling.
Mary Elena is getting
She gets dark sliced, as the
dark
subtitles call
sliced.
it. Whoa! I mean, that is kind of the only cool gore effect is the the running along the neck, the bloody what have you. And then she gets stuck in the shower. She's suddenly in the shower dead. And now they're trying to scrub the blood or
Or
drag her
get
around.
in?
I guess.
Oh no, they're already in. So
Yeah,
they were trying to get out, and then
yeah. Now they're free, I guess. Cause look, it's outside, and there's dead April, setting up that she jumped off the. Oh wait, but that's April in there, not Maria Elena. I guess the two became one.
I, I,
Two hearts beat as one together.
are they aware then that their friend died in the shower?
Maybe not. Okay, they're all locked Jeopardy. So
Okay, so what? This girl is Jeopardy. I thought this
no,
girl was Nicole.
this is Nicole, but I think Nicole said they're all locked Jeopardy.
But is Jeopardy or Nicole the one trying the windows? Because
I think okay, I'm gonna have to go with the bathing suits to identify them. I think white bathing suit is Nicole, and the pink black striped one is Jeopardy.
all right, well,
And Maria Elena was the third bathing suit that I don't remember the color of, but she's dead, I believe, so that doesn't matter so much anymore.
I think she's the only one who dies too,
Yeah, when she gets dark sliced.
which is kind of really sad for Mary Elena. Everybody else
I know, but
survived but her.
she had a terrible time. She had like a traumatic sexual encounter with the different realities shifting, and then she died. And
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
House April really fucked her up.
they really had it out for Maria Elena for some reason. The rest of them just got like a stinky piano as their only fate. I think one of them dies too. I could be wrong because someone knifes themselves in the kitchen. There's a very good Italian horror film from the 90s called The Washing Machine, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
which is like There's like a mangled up body in a washing machine is like the inciting incident, which is
Really?
kind of yeah, kind of disturbing. And then of course you've got the Stephen King movie The Mangler, which is about the evil laundry pressing machine that comes to life and, traps you in it. So
Really?
so after hanging Drew, she's now just captured him. It's very weird. I don't know. Something about a ghost like capturing someone is very goofy to me. Like,
She's saving him for later.
I guess.
She wants him.
He's
Drew
like,
the farter. That was really all we
I'll
know
haunt
about him
you.
is that he farts.
I'll haunt you later. I guess, like, it's like a meal. You're like, well, I'll haunt these kids now and take this one home in the little bento box for later. I guess I don't know. Why is he being such a jerk? And I'm sorry, Maria Elena, not Maria Elena. They're playing cricket.
Why did they get rid of? Why did they just drop it too? That's weird. I thought they had it as
Okay,
a weapon, but I guess not.
this is important lore. Everyone thinks I did it on purpose. It was an accident, and she hates this house. Then she blows on his ear, I guess. And there's dark, intriguing music. I think she's talking about jumping off the roof, right?
I well, I guess whatever
Everyone.
killed her.
Or is she talking about the haunting? Like
Are we
everyone
sure
thinks
the
I'm.
roof jumping off is what killed her 3 years ago?
No, I don't know that for sure. So she could be talking about the haunting
Whatever.
currently going on, that it's not on purpose, it was an accident. Alright, Devin's got a cool backwards hat on. He's looking like Bulworth here, or he kind of looks like the evil commercialism
Don't they
god
know
from.
Drew's dead? Or don't they think Drew's the one who hung it? It was Drew who hung himself, right?
Yeah, but then they seemed to get over, and they were kind of annoyed at him about it. Like, hey, Drew, this is not how you make friends by hanging yourself.
Well, no, they just
So,
asked where he was.
but yeah, now they're just like, where is he? I guess they
Oh,
said,
she thinks it's fake right now. That's what's going on.
wait, Nicole? That was
Oh,
Nicole?
oh.
I thought that
So
was Jeopardy.
wait a
Was the white?
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. So she thinks it's fake, and then I guess to prove it's fake, tries to slit her throat with a knife. She
But it
assumes
worked.
it's fake, but does in
Yeah, she's like,
fact.
she
I
like
am
these kitchen
so
knives. These kitchen
confused.
knives must be props. And also, I thought that was Jeopardy, but I guess Nicole was the lady who sliced herself
I am so. And then did she put her hand in the
in
garbage
the
disposal
garbage disposal. Yeah, yeah,
after
garbage
slitting her
disposal.
throat with the knife?
Yes, she did both at the same time.
That
Garbage
is
disposal. What a way
very
to go.
weird.
Garbage disposal meet so and so. Now we're just zooming in on leg hair. So they haven't tried the door, and he's just saying like, "Look, what are the chances that door is unlocked? Don't even try it."
Yep.
But these guys were at the party, and then they left for a beer run, right? So it's weird that they're acting like they just arrived, and whoa, are you kidding? This place is dead. The lights are on though. You can see the lights are on in the window.
Yeah, I.
This guy's like, "No, man, nobody's home. Don't even try the door." So I am very disappointed in myself that I thought the dead lady was Jeopardy and this lady was Nicole, but I think because they're saying, "Oh God, Nicole," it must be garbage disposal. It must be Nicole.
Must be.
Or maybe they swapped the names to further confuse us. I don't know. Anyway, they're just gonna leave her to it. I'm on break.
I'm still so confused by. I get like even if she thought it was fake, why would you do that? Why would you decide to do that to yourself, no matter what? What if you grabbed the one knife that wasn't fake?
Yeah, I got no idea why I
Also,
to
I'm in
prove
an
it
ad,
was
just so you
fake.
know.
Oh, I'm already on an ad. I've been just making these people in this insurance commercial pick their nose with the mouse clicker.
Oh, did you get Danica?
No, I got a different.
You know,
Now
the
I'm watching
the
hottest
race
drama
car
on TV.
dreiser person.
No, no, I didn't get her. I got now I'm watching the hottest new drama on Fox, like Surf Police or something. Rescue High Surf. Sorry, that's the name. And there's someone fixing glasses. More ads. This is like how you make little plastic cubes that then become someone's prescription glasses.
Man, these little sleazers ads.
I didn't get a little Sleezer's ad this time. Now I'm getting Pineapple Police, papier mâché, hot dog head.
All right, I'm at 107.
All right, I
I'm
will
getting
let you
back.
know when I return.
I had slightly more ads this time, but I still seem to
Mhm.
have finished early.
I still have one other ad, at least. Uh, there was a baby, now it's a party, similar to the one in the movie. Now we're in The Bear, the new hit show.
I really want to watch The Bear.
Yeah,
I've
with
not had
that,
a
like,
I've not had a chance.
I have not either, the Jeremy Allen White thing. All right. And we are 107.25. I'm at.
All right, I was at 107.26, so I just pressed play.
All right.
There's some frogs croaking.
And eerie screaming.
Ooh.
Now they're climbing up the ladder. And she kind of gave him a like, I hate to say bye, but I love watching you leave kind of look. All right, Jeopardy is weeping. So I guess Jeopardy is who I thought Nicole was. Her head is in the car all of a sudden. Just peeking into the car and she's like Godzilla sized. Just leaving Drew with this floating lamp. Ah, they're fine. You know, it's getting a little cold. We gotta bundle up again.
Yep, you gotta cover the top half.
At least this movie's almost over.
Oh.
We got 20
Whoa!
something minutes.
What was that?
The CGI shovel just smacked him in the face. Now this dude's tripping out, man. The wind began to howl all along the watchtower.
All along the watchtower.
Yeah, they're all gonna get turned on as Cylons. And they're already turned on, but now they're gonna be switched on. They're Cylon memories.
Are they the final Cylons?
Yep, these are the final five, man. April's the 5th. Drew's just getting like harassed by this floating lamp. Whoa, he slow-mo fell off the roof. It's the end of Jamie. Eerie shrieking as opposed to the regular kind.
She gonna catch him? She's not really holding her hands out for it.
They're not doing a great job. No,
She wasn't even close to him either, so.
just let him break both his legs. My man is strong and smart. You married Lucky. We're not married.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
say
you
it.
can say it. I don't know what any of that meant. But see, I like him. I'm rooting for him.
I root for them too. You know what dialogue in this movie is like?
What?
It's like talking to a 10-year-old. I say that and as a father,
From experience.
like
From experience.
the boy has reached that point where he'll say stuff and you'll kind of
Yeah.
be like, "Huh?" because he thinks it's cool, but he doesn't
Yeah.
understand what he's saying because he's still only 10. So like it doesn't really make sense or it sounds really awkward, so you're just kind of like, "Yeah, bud. That's
Yeah,
great."
sure thing, my man.
It's kind of what how everybody in this movie talks as well. They just say shit that doesn't make any sense. You just kind of awkwardly look away from.
I remember when I was camping as a kid, we were just hanging out in the tent, and then a different little kid from a different campsite ran into the tent and said, "Oh, say, can you?" And then he ran out.
Yeah, see,
So that does fit.
yeah,
Um,
like you
uh,
remember in Transformers the last night when that one kid says, "We got to hotwire this bitch," and he thinks it's cool, but it's in reality the cringiest thing ever.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
this
Though
that's
that
this movie's
that issue,
dialogue.
I feel like the issue is confused in that case because I fully believe that Michael Bay thinks that's cool as
Well, yeah,
well.
but everybody else who is a sane person knows it's not cool.
Yes.
Maybe everybody in this movie was like an improv actor, and they just all thought they were like they maybe there wasn't a script so much as a hey, this is the vibe that I want you to
I don't
give.
know. I feel like this is written. Like these lines are too weird and specific, and they all have a similar cadence. I feel like they are just reading the script. I feel like the improv would be better. Like they would at least just be like, "Oh my God, that's blood. What the hell's going on?" I feel like
Right, right,
they would
right.
make more sense if you were asked to improv. You would come up
Something
with
better
not
than
these.
anything in this movie's dialogue.
Yes.
Also, I guess there is another death because that dude just cut his stomach open. I'm not sure why he did though. There was no
No
context to
indication.
that
No,
or
no, no.
indication why that happened.
I'm gonna be back in 10 seconds. You got to entertain the audience
Okay.
while I'm out.
Well, you're gonna miss the one action shot of the whole movie because
Oh,
they're
I know.
about to,
I'm missing the garage door run. But
which I guess is a way of trying to get in if you can't get in. But why does she have to be in the car with him? That's my thought. Like, God, this is so funny. This is so funny. Intriguing funk music.
all right, I'm back. I wanted to hide in the bathroom for the rest of the movie, but
Dude, you missed it. It was even funnier the second time.
when they crash, when it
Why is she
disappears,
the question I posed is why did she go with him? She gets
I
in the
don't
car
know.
to go with him in this crazy
Yeah,
ass ram.
I mean, because it's like Thelma and Louise, man. They hold hands and like drive off.
But
What's
if the
crazy is
goal
they're
was to
actually
open the door, then she could have just walked in after him.
Yeah, they're also acting like this was the house's fault, and it's like, I mean, even if that garage door didn't disappear, you would still be pretty banged up, I feel, by this decision. So, did I miss something in the 10 seconds I ran away? Did they ever explain how this guy ends up here?
No.
Because didn't he get his belly cut open in a different room?
I do not know.
Or was he hanging out in the garage
I
when
think
that
he was
happened?
hanging out in the garage.
Okay. Poor old Haley and Jamie.
Yeah, they should
they're,
have just went home.
they're
I would have gone home. I've been like, you guys are gonna have to handle this. I'm gonna go home. I got some
yeah.
sex to have with my wife, but she's not my wife.
Yeah, they're betrothed. They're engaged to be married.
Yeah,
Like
engaged to be engaged.
yeah, like Krull.
Yeah,
Speaking of, we got to do Krull next.
let's crawl.
Krull is the '80s fantasy movie with the glaive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally all that has in common with this movie is that characters are engaged. That's the only reason I remember I
And
thought of it.
nobody is actually engaged in this movie, just to be
No.
clear.
So yeah, yes. So it doesn't even have anything. So it has less than nothing to do with what we're watching. But I would never defile you, darling mundane, and I'll go
I
insane.
was I there's a random Facebook like post I saw a couple weeks ago. Somebody was
Hmm.
trying to figure out a movie, and there was like a magic ring involved, but there was also a
It was.
bow involved, like a magic bow. And I was so
Hmm.
happy to see like 5 people go, "You're talking about Conquest,"
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "No, it can't be Conquest because there was no magic ring in Conquest." But like, I was like, I understood that reference, and I'm
that's
so glad
cool.
6 people have seen Conquest.
I'm glad. Like, I guess Conquest is we helped popularize Conquest. I don't
Who
think
is this
anyone knew of it.
girl? Wait, was
That's
that
Dead April.
Yeah, but I thought that's dead Maria Elena.
I've had the same problem where Maria Elena dies and they cut to a dead person in the shower, but I was pretty sure it was April. Like, all of a sudden, so maybe Maria Elena is under the dead April in the shower.
Or
They're
maybe
both
she
dead
was
in there.
consumed by the dead April.
Yeah, it was like it's like Agent Smith. She touches you and you turn into an April. I don't know.
Maybe that's how House April came to be.
Yeah, yeah. Just me too. Oh, then there's this floating baby, the Ally McBeal baby, the ooga chaka ooga 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 chaka. I stole that joke from my friend Rory while we were watching this movie, so
Shout
kudos.
out to Rory.
Yeah, yeah, full credit where it's due. Look at the tree line. Watch when the house changes. You weren't looking. Told you to stare.
Also, is that his way of trying to say?
See, this guy after there's
Devin is
only
like suddenly becoming Sherlock Holmes up in here.
exactly there's like 15 minutes left, and he's finally like, let's start approaching this logically. Come a long time to start trying to figure things out. Besides just wandering around and stabbing yourself is all anyone else has been doing. Oh yeah, they rescued Drew, right? That was
I
when he was in
guess they were
the
able
room
to
with all
find
the
him, and they were able to get in there and help him.
in the room where all the toys were floating around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm remembering. The like zero gravity room where it's like the pen floating in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, they're like hugging him because it's his job to go make out with April to save the day. They're like, "Thank you
I
for
think
your
it's more
sacrifice."
that everybody is afraid. The lie that they just gave makes it sound like everybody's afraid of heights but him, which is very weird. But that's kind of what the line implied.
So I guess if any of them went and made out with April, it would have worked. But he's the one who's got to do
Potentially, I
it
guess.
because he's afraid of heights.
He's the only one not afraid of heights.
Not afraid. Yeah, yeah. Dark rock music.
Was she right underneath the light switch?
Yeah, he's just patting her on the head, I guess.
I guess he can't see her at this point, which again is the ghost thing. But like, I wish that was more conveyed because this is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Him stumbling in the dark while she kind of just watches him. I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
Like,
this is like the best shot of the movie so far.
it's kind of yeah, it is spooky. It is like
Yeah,
Silence of the Lambs a little bit, where she's in the
this movie
basement
has
and
got one good shot, and I think this is it right here because
yeah, yeah, when he's not noticing the ghost because she's almost invisible.
yep, which she does say at one point that she's felt almost invisible all the time. It was way earlier,
Yeah,
and we totally missed it, but.
right, right. But they do drop the title in the movie. That's good. Want to get high? Oh, we finally on the same page. See, like this was all she wanted
Do
was to get high
you
with this
think
dude.
she just rewinded the night then? Because like now they're back in the same position that they were kind of in before, and we know time is wimey in this in this
House, yeah,
in this
this house of
house.
evil.
So maybe by agreeing to get high, he's like redone the night.
I think that's kind of the idea, is because he chickened out because it was farting, and I think that caused her wrath and the wrath of the house. And now that he's like, "Nah, man, I'm down to hang, smoke a doobie," she's like, "All right, I give everyone a second chance, except for Maria Elena and Nicole. I think they're
Because I do
permanently dead
think
for
people
some
they
reason."
say people died, so
And there's less of them in the morning when they come to see what happened. So, like, yeah, clearly some people are permanently gone. It wasn't like all undone. And maybe this is now 3 years ago when she jumped off the roof. Maybe it's like a reverse time skip. Suddenly, they exist 3 years ago now. The fuck did we get into?
I mean, fair.
Good
That's a good
question.
question to ask.
'Cause I don't understand it entirely myself.
Wait, wait. So, okay, whoa. So, this is not
Beautiful
her
shot.
original house? Oh. Oh.
So why was she jumping off this house if it wasn't her house?
No, this is so the old house was the house she jumped off of, and then they demolished it and built a new house, and now she haunts this new
Oh,
house. But that so I guess
so
that
her
does mean her parents are ghosts as well.
so her parents were like, "What? Too many bad memories. Let's build a new house exactly where the
Either
old
that or I
house is."
guess they're also ghosts.
Maybe they died in of grief. I don't know. Like Padme, they died of a broken heart.
But who thinks?
I don't know, man.
That makes no sense. So there was a house that she lived in
Yes. And then
that she jumped off of, and
maybe that's
then
why the basement is partially under construction in that one shot.
but it's not under construction in any other shot.
No, but they can finally get out of there because of the making out. See,
Yeah,
this was all
the
about
power of
don't
love.
let your don't let your flatulence, stop you from having a good time.
Yeah, you
Like
find the
just
girl who
go for
likes
it.
your farts.
Yeah. And who's a ghost, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
feel
best
like that
remake.
girl was on the final day of production, and she didn't understand what she had to do, so she just brought her hand up and just went, "Yeah," and walked off, and she was never seen again.
Yeah, that did look like they didn't tell her the cameras were rolling. Like
Yeah.
just kind of caught her just shuffling around.
Yep.
Oh, now we're back at the beginning, and we're asking April to kill herself. I guess they're mad at her. So Or are they saying like
I
Drew
think they
jump?
want him to jump so they can take him away. I mean, it's
Man,
clearly not a big enough jump to kill anybody. I
I
mean, the
don't
worst
know
you're
if
gonna
it.
do is break a leg on that and that at
Maybe
that
she,
height.
maybe she jumped head first, and that's how she died. I don't know. Maybe she swan
Maybe
dived
the
into
old
it.
house was bigger.
Him on the floor. Whoa, man. Suicide, dude. Suicide. That's what they think. Got the jelly, the jam and jelly all over her eyeballs. Some Schmuckers strawberry preserve. And he seems to be pitching a tent. I could not. I could be wrong with that.
Well, he did just get done making out with that girl
Yeah,
fiercely. It's not an accident if you yell "just jump" over and over again.
yeah. Like we didn't mean to. We were just encouraging them to kill themselves. So they were in this haunted house, and now Devin is just immediately like,
Yeah,
"We
it's
need to
now
lie
I know
to the
what you did
police."
last summer. We got to cover it up.
Exactly. They're just like, "Well, I guess we're just regular murderers, so well, let's get to it. Let's get to our alibi." Just you jump track so fast from like there are ghosts, I'm scared to like, all right, well, we don't know. No one wants a murder rap, so like Snow White, if you bit in a poison apple, come
I will
on.
say, even though the soundtrack is good, it does not fit the tone of this movie at any real point.
Not
There is
really.
plenty
No,
of
no,
points
no.
when there's scary stuff happening, and we're playing like MTV early 2002 music.
Yeah. We're playing some uh Creed. What are the other guys? That music video with the clock
Yep,
where they're inside a
exactly.
watch. And I'm wasting my time. Yeah, I'm wasting my time. Uh,
Duh.
like Scream, watch out. This is where the killer comes back for one last scare. I wonder if April went on to have a film career, because she does an okay job. She could have been the next big thing.
They all just went back to their Sears RS catalog jobs.
Probably just posing for the Ross, jeans
Let's see.
photos.
Almost Invisible. IMDb.
There's Ain. He slept through the night. Good for Ain. It kind of looks like Fagin Floop from Spy Kids.
None of them have pictures on IMDb, but a bake sale brunette called Wendy Donegan.
Oh, that's another April movie?
No, the only person who has an actual picture on IMDb is the director
Yes.
and
Oh, and none of the
then
other ones have
some
photos.
random bake sale person.
Okay, I got you. I thought you were saying the movie was called Bake Sale Brunette, so I was
No,
getting
no, no.
excited. That would have been our
Nick has
next
been in
episode.
one other movie
Okay, good for Nick.
in a
The one I don't
movie
even.
in a movie called uh I don't even know.
So
Can't tell
so
you.
who survived? Who survived to the end? You got Devin. You
Devin.
got Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Sons of Virginia is the name of what Nick the movie Nick was in. A
We'll have to watch that.
2007 movie. So this was
Oh, so
technically his last movie.
he was like the name star of this, like probably the guy with the most filmography.
So
So did
Jeopardy or Nicole,
so-
one of them.
yeah, and then Haley,
Drew.
but not Jamie.
So there's Drew.
Or did Jamie just not feel like coming back the next day? Like,
Maybe
but he's
not.
okay.
Maybe he was done.
And yeah, that's the old man from the hospital, the one they
Who
killed in their
has a
car and everything.
scar? We just extreme looked at his scar, so
Yeah, so I guess the car crash did happen.
I guess.
The cops won't believe us. Have you looked around the house?
Nobody's asking about Mary Elena.
No, no one cares about Murray. Maybe she got like erased from history like Marty McFly. Like they don't even remember she
There
existed.
seems to be, yeah, like. Wait, but it was 3 years ago.
Whoa.
She's been dead
That's
for 5
that's a
years.
contradiction, man. Time's acting crazy. Now we're done, but not really, because there's still like
A lot of
uh
Drew's eye. Get
a
ready, because
lot of his eyeball in this end credit, and like you say, your favorite shot in the movie, the invisible towel.
yep, the only shot in the movie that works at any capacity.
Well, and the part you were admiring where she's invisible and he can't find
Yes,
her.
yeah, two
That's
parts, 2 parts.
what a beautiful shot of that house with
It's
the
really, it's
grain.
not even the same house. It's literally not the same house. That house,
No.
that that house did not have a walkway like that, a driveway like that, nor those shrubs.
But again, that's on purpose because the laws of reality don't
Sure.
apply.
Rocio Toronis was Ellen. Mary
Good for
Ellen.
her. She's
She
doing
has
all
not
right.
been in anything else.
No. And nor has April.
April.
She's the one I was most interested in.
Sarah
She was like,
Cole as April.
yeah, she was one of the better performers in this film, I think. Like, she could have had a career.
She has
She
been
could
in
have been on.
several things.
Okay, good for her. So
She's
she's
been
in
in A
Hawaii
Sweet and
Five O
Vicious
episode.
Beauty, Bermuda
All right.
Triangle, a love story,
Ooh,
and The Face of Schlock.
Bermuda Triangle love story sounds like it's like Titanic, but set in the Bermuda Triangle. Like
Technically,
it's a.
it's the most recent thing too, 2016.
Okay, so she kept going for like 6 years after this. Good for her. Tarantino needs to cast her in something. You know, he's always like revitalizing the careers of forgotten actors. I feel like she should be his next
Preston Peterson, April's old boyfriend. Who the fuck? When did April have an old boyfriend? Oh, I
and
guess
there's a
that was
photo,
that
right?
dude. No, it must have been that dude who we saw for like a second trying to. Remember when we were like confused why there was another dude? That must have been a flashback.
Oh, okay. We just ran. Oh, there's the towel shot.
Yep.
We just flashed back
To the, I guess
in 1 second,
the original in event.
and it involved a boyfriend. Huh.
I guess he's
The
credited as
end.
April's old boyfriend. So
Mm.
you'll be good to know that Drew lasted
Yeah.
until 2014, where he was in a movie called Beyond the Mat, where he played a wrestler.
Oh, that's cool. Let's watch Beyond the Mat next. All right. Tubi wants me to watch the Boonies, but
No,
I
I don't
am
want to watch
close.
the Boonies either. All right, so
But there's
we
still more stuff. I think there's still more credits, so we gotta talk till the credits end. But that was um that was Almost Invisible with
yeah.
Ryan Watson as Zane. But see, look at how many. This
See,
is
April's
like
old
this was
boyfriend.
okay. So we're getting some hints. So David Allington, he wrote it. He was one of the editors. But look, like this is not a TV production. Like, look at how many
Oh
people were
yeah, no,
involved.
people were involved in this production. A lot of people gave the thumbs up about this.
Sound, makeup, in-camera special effects, or sorry, on-camera special effects. James Tucker Jr. did the score. There was a gaffer, a colorist, like A lot of people. Look, multiple special effects companies. There was an intern and set designer. Like,
Try imagine being an intern on this movie. Imagine being on this movie and
an unpaid
not
intern.
getting paid for your time.
Aspects of Alice, good song. Cancer by Swift Holly was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Dis,
This,
Empty Head. So half of them are by our friend the director, and half of them are by something called Swift Holly.
which I would assume is his band.
Probably. Spinning Around. Written by Michael Moorcock. Aw, he thanked his parents, David and Consuelo Ellington.
Oh.
AlmostInvisible.com, we gotta check out.
Oh yeah, let's go to Almost Invisible.
Something's telling me it might not be up anymore, but we'll find out.
Invisible.com.
And then we're just getting shots of the back of April's head over and over. And then the shutter clicks. Like the end of Tragedy in
Part
Macbeth.
3, courtesy of GoDaddy.com. Yep, it is not there anymore.
Hold on, I'm gonna Internet Archive it. See if it ever... I'm gonna do the Internet Wayback Machine to see if we can learn more. Alright, looks like it was big in... Okay, 08. Let me see. That's well before this movie. Okay, so he had the trailer for this movie up in 2008. With the tagline, "How badly do you want to have fun?" And you can watch the trailer on a little pop-up.
Does the trailer? You can't actually watch the trailer in the archive though, right?
No, it's broken.
Because
I busted link.
I would be fascinated to see what the.
But so
trailer
they at
was.
least shot something for this in 2008, so that does mean that yeah, this movie did not come out till quite a while after it was
I would be
produced.
fascinated to know what the trailer was and how like if any of these people were actually because this feels like a movie where like you could have made two versions of it and like
Mhm.
maybe that's why it took so long to come out is because they
Oh,
had to
wait.
basically redo the entire thing.
No, there is a YouTube link to this trailer.
Oh,
Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing this is actually the scholarly part. I'm just stopping everything dead in its tracks to do this uh like Morgan Freeman in Seven. I'm doing some research. So here, let me send you the trailer so we can watch it as a
oh,
duo.
I absolutely need to.
Hold on. I'm sending it to your there's a little peek behind the scenes, dudes and ladies. No, I'm not looking up a name. I'm trying to send something to my good buddy, Multiversal Archivist. There we go.
All right, well, the link that you
On
sent me immediately shows a crotch shot,
yes,
so it's at
the
least
thumbnail
right.
is underpants. And David Allingham,
Is the
the
one who
director,
did it. It posted it.
and he's got a lot of videos of like ladies in bikinis on the beach on his YouTube page. So clearly he is still following his dream.
He's still partying. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and you ready to
He
press
he
play?
seems to play in a Nirvana tribute band called Nirvana Reincarnation. There's a lot of
Really?
videos of him performing. So yeah, he did continue his music career. That's good. But anyway, all right, I'm on the trailer.
8 years ago, Almost Invisible, Chapter 5. What? Okay, let's do the trailer. All right, ready?
All right, and
3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
All right, if I was just, sitting down for Batman v Superman before the coming attractions, and then this comes up. Something. The Freak.
Wait, what?
So, the weekend.
Had a nickname in high school. Scott.
I just thought you were gonna have a die.
The babes. The burnouts.
We barely know her. We could just party a little harder than we used to.
Sorry, we're just watching this in silence, folks, but I'm quite entranced.
Yeah,
Don't you hate it
don't. What do we hate? What are we supposed to hate?
when you just can't leave the party? Is that what it's gonna say? Get out of the house.
house.
No, I hate that too.
Yeah, I often find myself blocked by a malevolent presence that doesn't let me out of my own
Yeah.
house. Happens happens
Almost.
all the time.
How bad do you want to party?
I kind of wish that tagline had been in the actual freaking
Yeah,
movie.
that would have sold me on it.
Yeah.
Would have bumped it up a star. And yeah, it looks like he has uploaded the movie on the page in in multiple
Is
chapters.
that what the chapters is?
I guess so. Yeah, because they're like 10 minutes long. So I think he's just put it up. I was excited for a second. I thought he made sequels, but
Why is chapter
Yeah.
5 though? Like, I gotta look at this chapter 5 because chapter 5. Okay.
I mean, good for him that he's still playing.
It's just the movie.
You know, I mean, good for him that he's still playing in a band. I'm excited for that.
Though it's kind of
And it
funny,
is-
the YouTube version
yeah,
is a little cleaner. It looks a little bit.
it's a better copy than
Yeah, it's
what
kind
was
of a better
on
copy
Tubi.
than what's on Tubi.
We should have just loaded up these 5 chapters.
There's no way.
I don't think it's the whole. I don't think it's the whole movie though. It looks
No,
like
it can't be.
like a shortened. Yeah, like. But still, good for him. I'm kind of happy that he's still producing content as of his last video was 2 years ago. So that's pretty rad.
Oh man, that is so. That's so funny.
I'm gonna reach out to him, and be like, "Hey, David Ellingham, come back. We miss you."
Oh, so this time around, what we learned was there was a house, there was an old boyfriend who
Yes.
maybe convinced her to jump off said house, or
Possibly,
something to that
maybe,
effect.
maybe pushed her. It
Maybe
was
pushed her.
murder most foul.
Yep, maybe pushed her. And then after that, she came back. The house was torn down for reasons,
And then her parents were like, "We just want to live in the same spot, but I can't live in the same house. It's too painful. But I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna build a house in the exact same location."
Yep.
Very weird. Mhm.
And then some many years later, she comes back.
Decides to go to college,
Decides
which
to
she presumably didn't make it to college if she died 5 years ago, right?
probably not.
But they know her.
I don't know if they know her. There's
Either
no
they know her in high school, or these guys are like grad students. They're like on year 8 of college. I don't know.
Yeah, like I can't tell if they. You would think she knew Drew before, given the obsession with him angle, but there is no outright indication that
They seem to say like, "Oh, April, she's a freak," but they also seem like unclear about when they last saw her. So like, they probably just vaguely remember her.
yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe that could be the case. It is not indicated one way or the other what is going on there.
But either way, and then yes, to our new theory, there are 2 Aprils.
Yeah.
Because yeah, one of them seems to be like, "Hey man, I don't make the rules. It's the house." But then the other one seems to be more actively doing evil stuff, which yeah, if those are 2 characters, if it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation,
Yeah,
that kind of tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there was an evil or dark April running around on the ceilings at one point. So
Yeah,
I'm
crawling
assuming-
around like a spider.
Though it's funny because like none of the deaths seem to be caused by April. They might be caused by the house, and so that in terms of that the house is influencing things. But on the same token, um, that one girl who kills herself seems to be her thinking that it was all fake to begin with.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. It's very strange how that all played out. I think 2 people might have died via the house because Mary Elena, may she rest in peace, seems to get cut up by some malevolent entity.
Probably my second favorite character after the couple in the car. I do feel bad for her because she gets dropped by this movie
Yep.
so fast, and no one seems very concerned about her after she maybe dies in the shower, but maybe somewhere else.
Nope. And then she gets absorbed or potentially folded into reality.
Yeah, she gets Agent Smithed.
God, what a strange, what a movie.
But I'm glad we kind of broke this wide open by finding his YouTube page. So I'm glad
Yep.
we definitely did work in our scholarly capacities. So that's good.
Yep, we officially know more about this movie. The only people who can claim to know more about this movie is the director himself. Everybody else can't even come close to our level of knowledge.
We'll get him on the show. We'll watch a movie with him.
Oh, dude, I would rewatch this with him. I wonder if that's the only reason I'd buy the $30 DVD is if there was direct.
Maybe he had a commentary.
If he has a commentary, then it's worth it to go get the $30 because I would be fascinated to hear about what this guy's thinking.
We'll investigate further.
Almost Invisible DVD. Let's look. Various actors DVD for $19. You can get it for $19.
Yeah, ain't so bad.
Temporarily out of stock. What?
No.
How could it be out of? Oh, it's really catching up then if it's been out of stock.
Yes, I guess it's people are grabbing it while they still can. I'm not seeing any special features.
You want to hear the product description on Amazon?
No, of course.
To ease the weight of their college workload, unsuspecting teenagers seize the opportunity to turn their end of the summer
They're just
party.
so stressed out from all those naked movies they're watching in class.
Just turn their end of the summer party into a house-wrecking foray. The popular clique accepts an invite from the high school freak as an excuse to have the party. That's all.
So they're high schoolers according to Amazon, but I don't think that's the correct.
They're both college. They're college teenagers who are, I guess, taking summer classes because it's implied that the party is the end of the summer party. And then
going to a high schooler's that is very creepy. I don't approve of.
They accept an invite from the high school freak as an excuse to have the party.
So these adults are like, this lonely high schooler is going to be out of or has told us her parents are out of town. Let's all have a party at her house. That is not okay behavior, man. I'm
gonna make you. Okay, so this is the top review on Amazon from was reviewed on July 16th, 2022. It goes as followed. I was bored out of my mind.
This person was way ahead of the train then.
Yeah, he gave it 5 stars, but you'll
all right.
Anyways, I was bored out of my mind scrolling through the dribble on Netflix, trying to find a series worth watching. I admit I'm picky, and this popped up. Seriously skeptical, I started the first season, and wow. This show is actually very surprising. This is
my favorite TV show.
It's extremely well acted, consistently intriguing, and the script is actually worth something. There's a mood about it too that puts you in the moment. It makes you feel like you're in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
They do an excellent
I felt
job.
like I was in Brazil.
They do an excellent job of putting you in the culture and the folklore of the region. I'm fully
Yes.
hooked now.
That's an old story in Brazil. April and her haunted house.
I'm fully
I
hooked
feel
now
like
and enjoying it.
I feel like this individual is confusing this for something else because
But it's also the top review on the website.
people are most helped by this. So all these people are buying this DVD thinking it's a show about Brazil folklore.
Yeah, and they see the picture of the bikini poster. They probably like, that checks out. That's Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil's got a lot of beaches.
This must be that hit Netflix show about Brazil culture.
About people being almost invincible in Brazil.
Yeah, man, the Invisible at Carnival. Or
Oh, I can't.
oh, man.
That is legitimately the first review you see on Amazon. Could you imagine
That was
buying
very.
this?
I would find that helpful if I were logged in on Amazon. I'd give him a thumbs up.
Oh,
That's incredible. So
that is almost as good as I might.
honestly, we might just need to watch this for every commentary going forward. Is just a rewatch of Almost Invisible because I feel like we just barely scratched the surface of what's going on here.
Well, now when we get to direct, we gotta work on getting the director.
Yeah, we'll get him on. I'll throw it to him. Like, if he wants to do a commentary on Almost Invisible, that's great. If he wants to bring like
Maybe he
whatever
can
he's
tell me.
into,
Maybe he can bring his almost invisible, like what inspired him.
yeah, some of his favorite movies. Like
Yeah.
maybe he's a big fan of. I'm gonna guess Into the Blue with Jessica Alba. Like that seems like something he would be interested in, given how many shots of swimsuits there are in this film.
Hmm. Oh my
Uh,
god.
either, either way, we'll throw it to you, David Allingham, if you wanna.
Yeah, David Allingham.
Well,
If you
I believe I called you David Ellington a few times, and I'm sorry.
no
We're not getting
Allingham.
off on the right
We
foot.
gotta get this guy's name right if we're gonna have him on here. And
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
maybe also look into
Maybe we'll get him for Saltburn when we do Saltburn next week.
yeah. Hey man, you want to do some Saltburn?
It's kind of the
We're
same
here.
movie. Spoilers.
But that was Almost Invisible. That is a movie you have to watch at least once. And if you watched it with us, even better. If it is if you are listening to this and are intrigued enough to go watch it, by all means, go check it out.
Yeah.
It is a movie that has to be seen to be believed on so
If what
many
we're
levels.
talking intrigues you, yeah, run, don't walk. I think I give it 11 out of 10 stars. It turned me into the Joker a little bit. 2 + 2 = fish.
Yep.
Like, doesn't matter.
11 out of 10 stars, but be aware it is the worst movie of all time.
Give or take Batman v Superman, I will say. I'm
Give or
still
take your personal preference for whatever the worst movie is of all time. This is
I would watch
probably
Almost Invisible twice in a row
I would watch
before
Almost Invisible
v Superman.
4 times in a row before watching Batman v Superman again.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Zack Snyder, because we're trying to get him on the show too. Want him to do commentaries on Excalibur with us.
Oh. All right. Well, with that, we're going to get out of here. It's been a pleasure, as always. Lovely listeners, and David the Zombie. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a blast. It really
I had a
was.
delightful time, Tanner, as always, a pleasure. And yeah, we will be back for Saltburn next week, and then after that, Almost Invisible again,
Yeah.
and then just alternate till the end of time.
Maybe this will just be an Almost Invisible channel from now on, and we'll just go it. We'll do round tables. We'll have theory videos. We'll do the whole 9 yards. We'll track down these obscure Sears catalog actresses and actors and ask them questions about a movie they did, 14 years ago at this point? Yep, 14 years ago. And get all their burning thoughts from it. And yeah.
For sure.
We're already starting the campaign to get more people aware of it.
I want them all to show up in the MCU. Let April play. Who would April be good for in the MCU? Let her be MCU Emma Frost. Why not?
Sure.
She'd kill it. She'd kill it.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. And with that, before we go, Mr. David, don't you have something you would like to plug?
Oh yeah, if you love spooky movies like Almost Invisible, my short film Azathoth just dropped from Brave Productions. So if you Google Azathoth Brave or YouTube it, you'll get a link to it. It's a very cool little 5-minute short. Super proud of it. Great music by my buddy Kerry. Great narration by my buddy Randy, and great every component of the film from my buddy Dave, who has my name.
I have watched
So
it.
yeah.
It is good. It is better than this movie.
Aw, thank you. I'm proud of it. If I'd seen Almost Invisible, though, I would have done things a little differently because this film really did inspire me. So
Yeah, this is very.
yeah,
You hear that? Almost Invisible, inspiring the hearts and minds of creators everywhere.
yep. To this day, it's a beautiful thing.
All right. Well, that
What
is
about you,
gonna.
Tanner? What are you up to on your channel besides
Oh,
this?
we're always into things. Spooky season is behind us now. We got more comic book stuff coming out. I'm still streaming over on Twitch, so if you want to come and watch me live do stuff, you're always more than welcome. Everybody is always welcome to come and check us out. And yeah, I don't know what we're gonna be doing next commentary wise, except for definitely Saltburn. But
Yeah, after we got to figure it out. But either way, that'll be a discussion for another time.
yep. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and hopefully you don't feel almost invisible wherever you are.
All you kids try to feel a little more visible.
Yep. Feel a little bit more visible, and don't put tax on people's chairs. It's very rude.
Yep. And pay attention in class, even if it's a naked lady getting stabbed. You gotta
They
get a good
say,
grade.
go piggy, go, or whatever he was saying. I legitimately
Yeah,
can't remember.
Vanilla Ice. That's my favorite Vanilla Ice song. Go piggy, go.
All right, with that, goodbye.
Bye bye.